Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker by director J.J. Abrams is said to have many different action-packed sequences, especially for the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren within the second and third acts of the film, that's really going to stand out and make it feel like it's its own unique thing, away from The Force Awakens and, of course, The Last Jedi. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about this film that a lot of people are really curious about is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to utilize the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey and how they will be used on screen together, and of course in other sequences where, you know, they're either going up against the First Order or the Resistance, whatever have you, right? A lot of things are really going into this movie, and this movie has a lot of potential at being the best film in the sequel trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey and Kylo Ren clashing their lightsabers together, where it's described that the environment around them is said to mimic the world of Tatooine, where they are fighting in front of the twin suns. It's described to be another one of the flash fights, where a lightsaber duel meets a force bond / flashback. The scenery is described to appear very similar to the last shot of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The next goes over Kylo Ren choking one of his Knights of Ren, where the other 5 knights are kneeling before Kylo in a circular formation. It's described that the knight has no helmet on and appears to be a male, with short black hair and a scar on his forehead. While Kylo is choking the knight, he has his lightsaber ignited to intimidate him. Another describes Rey using her lightsaber and deflecting blasts from jump troopers, which are stormtroopers with jetpacks attached to their backs. It's said that she uses the Force to explode their packs in mid-air, while using the Force to crash some of them down to the ground. The next describes Kylo Ren with an ignited lightsaber, deflecting blaster fire from Poe and Finn. It's described that Poe and Finn are using automatic rifles, to where they are eventually force-pushed by Kylo off of a sail barge, off of this vehicle on a desert world. The last goes over Kylo Ren hanging on to Rey's leg on the edge of a cliff during the middle of their lightsaber duel. It's said to be a moment in which they have to help each other to survive. So I want to go over a couple of parts about all of this. Now, first things first, I really want to go over these flash fights that are going to be a thing in Episode 9. In case you guys did not know, J.J. Abrams is really taking the lightsaber duels to the next level, where he's going to mix flash forwards and flashbacks as well as force bonds to a lightsaber duel sequence, or at least one of the duels in Episode 9, where they are actually going to be taken through different eras of the Star Wars movies, such as, you know, the originals, the prequels, and even parts of the sequel trilogy. You know, basically bringing us back to familiar worlds such as Tatooine, Endor, Naboo, you name it, even Ahch-To. So these flash fights, they're basically mixing these Force visions with their lightsaber duels in the same exact sequence, and I think that it's a very interesting idea by JJ. I'm not going to go ahead and say that I'm against it. I will say that I support this, but at the same exact time, I'm not quite sure how a lot of fans are really going to react to this. It's all a matter of how it's written and executed on the big screen. Now, another piece that I do want to go over that really does have me puzzled as to why Kylo Ren is described to be choking one of the Knights of Ren in Episode 9, where the other 5 knights seem to still be loyal, kneeling down to him in a circular formation. So, like I said, we do know that there is going to be a lot of surprises and revelations in this movie, and that things really are going to go in different directions that are said to be very unexpected. So, why would Kylo Ren be choking one of the Knights of Ren? Are they pretty much, you know, going against Kylo Ren? Is this Knight of Ren going to help out the Resistance or something around those lines? We're not quite sure. But other than that, the one that really does stand out to me a lot is that we actually do get a scene in which Kylo Ren confronts both Poe and Finn, where they use these automatic rifles that shoot toward Kylo, where he's able to deflect them one by one and eventually force pushing both, of course, Poe and Finn off of this sail barge-like vehicle on a desert world. Now, we saw that vehicle for a brief second, I believe it was, in the teaser trailer, so this description most likely matches that scenery in the teaser trailer for Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, the last one that I really want to go over is the one of which where we do have, of course, Kylo Ren hanging on to Rey's leg on the edge of a cliff. Now, we heard about this sequence a couple of months ago, I would say, where there is going to be a scene in between their lightsaber duel where the environment actually poses as a danger to both Rey and Kylo Ren due to a large explosion by one of the super weapons in the distance. So in this particular sequence, Kylo Ren has to hang on to Rey's leg in order to survive. It's said to be a moment in which they both have to help each other in order to live out this experience. So one thing I will say, guys, is that this movie really has a lot going for it. Everything that they are doing with the film, it seems like JJ is very ambitious and goal-driven. He's really trying to create a proper lightsaber duel and proper action sequences in this movie for the characters of Rey, Kylo, Poe, Finn, and the list goes on. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From night to moon, we hear them moans again.